Hi, Brint Fanizza, also known as the Scissor Man, coming to you live from the Famore studios with a guest today. We have Miss Heather.
Hello.
Hi, Heather.
How are you?
I'm good, and how are you?
Fantastic.
Awesome. So what brings you into the studio today? I
need help. My mom is left-handed and she's very frustrated with her scissors. I looked at your videos and I think that her scissors are right-handed blades with a left-handed handle.
Okay.
And I just want to help her so she's not so frustrated.
Awesome. Well, so your mom's left-handed and she's having a hard time cutting with her left-handed scissors. And this is my problem.
You're the scissor man.
I'm here to help. Glad to help. And it's a very common question we get, and we get a lot of left-handed people that are frustrated when they get a true left-handed scissor in their hand and they can't cut with it. And we're going to show you the difference between left-handed and right. Heather, what I want to do right now is I want to show you how to identify a right-handed scissor as opposed to a left-handed scissor. All right. Now, a lot of people think that it has to do with the handles, but it has nothing to do with the handles at all. It has to do with the position of the blades.
Okay.
All right. So what you want to do is you just want to open that scissor up. Okay. So you notice the right blade comes up.
Correct.
That's the blade that's up, or the inside blade.
All right.
Okay. Even if I turn this upside down, when it's open,
it's still up.
That right blade is still up. All right. So that means it's a
right-handed scissor.
On a left-handed scissor, it's just the opposite. So if you see there, the left blade comes up.
Oh.
No matter how I turn it, that left blade still comes up.
Oh.
Now, so it's completely mirrored. A left-handed scissor is mirrored from a right-handed scissor. So let me explain this to you so it makes a little bit more sense to you. On all scissors, I don't care who makes them, where they're made, or how they're made. All scissors, that top handle controls the bottom blade.
Okay.
The bottom handle controls the top blade. All right?
All right.
So when I put this right-handed scissor in my right hand, notice what's happening. I'm naturally applying pressure with my thumb on the top ring for the bottom blade to go right. Okay, so I'm putting pressure with this to go right,
yes.
Correct? I'm putting pressure on that. With my bottom fingers, I'm putting pressure on this handle for that top blade to come left.
Yes.
So I'm naturally getting those two blades to meet without having to put any additional pressure on my hands.
Okay.
All right? So when I go to cut with this, I'm looking straight down onto that cutting line, and I'm cutting on the right side of that cutting line. Because being right-handed, when I do my measuring, I measure from left to right, whereas left-handed people measure from right to left. All right? So right-handed people cut on the left side of on the right side of the cutting line. Left-handed people will cut on the left side of that cutting line.
I never knew that.
Yeah, and I'll show you that really quick here. So if I were to put this right-handed scissor into my left hand, what I'm doing now is I'm putting pressure with my thumb for the bottom blade to go this way, and I'm putting pressure with these fingers for that top blade to go that way. So all I'm doing is I'm spreading apart.
So they're just, the blades are just working against each other.
Correct.
Okay.
So when your mom cuts, does her fabric just fold on her?
Yes.
Okay, and I'm going to show you that. So being right-handed scissor in my left hand, watch what happens when I go to cut with them.
Right. It just...
No, correct.
It doesn't do anything. It just folds into between the blades.
And people think that the scissor doesn't cut, this, that, the other. So let me show you with the left-handed. So with the left-handed scissor, now if I were to use this, I can make this cut, but I have to apply the pressure to get those blades to meet. So notice instead of holding the scissor like this, I got to hold the scissor like this. All right. So now what I have to do is, being left-handed, is I actually have to kind of position myself. This is difficult. Position myself where my body's over here and my hand is over here to get it to cut. And I can get it to cut, but if you do a lot of cutting this way, I'm going to show you what happens. It's really a pain because you get indentations in your thumb and in your finger. It just hurts.
She does say that her hands hurt a lot from sewing
Yeah.
because she doesn't have the right scissors.
Well, we're gonna make your mom's sewing so much more comfortable. All right, so here we are with the left-handed scissor. All right, so as you can see, I'm not having to manipulate, and I'm holding this scissor really relaxing. I'm not putting any tension on this whatsoever, but I know it's a left-handed scissor because that left blade comes up, and look at what happens. When I go to cut with this scissor, I'm looking straight down on that left side of the cutting line and making it.
That is,
All right?
that is so neat.
So if I put this in my right hand, guess what's going to happen?
Oh, it folds.
It just folds. So here's what I want you to do, because a lot of left-handed people out there have right-handed scissors, but they have a left-handed handle either molded or welded to it. It's still a right-handed scissor, all right? So what I want your mom to do is I want her to use her left-handed scissor, all right? And if she's going along and she's cutting, and then all of a sudden the scissor doesn't, well, I can't get it not to cut. If the scissor just quits cutting, what I want her to do is I want her to take a deep breath. Relax your hand, because sewers have taught themselves, again, how to make a right-handed scissor and their left hand cut by applying that pressure to their hand.
Yeah, a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure. So relax the hand. You don't need to put any pressure on your hand to get a true left-handed scissor to work in your left hand. All you have to do is just relaxingly close the scissor onto the fabric. So if it does start to bind up on her, just take a deep breath, relax that hand, and I mean, here's even just 2 fingers.
It's almost like she has to retrain her thought process on how to cut with her left hand because she's been cutting with the wrong kind of scissors.
So it is a neurological fire from the brain to the hand. I've asked neurologists about this at some of our quilting shows. You know, why is it so difficult for a left-handed person that's used right-handed scissors their entire life to switch to a left-handed scissor? And it's that neurological fire from the brain to the hand that they just make that quick. But the cool thing of it is she can train herself. Now for sewing, it's not a big issue, because in sewing, most sewing patterns have a 1/4 inch seam allowance.
Okay.
But some of these quilting patterns are so precise that even a fraction of an inch, I mean, that difference of cutting on the left side or the right side of that cutting line can make all the difference in the world in a quilting pattern.
That's right.
So get some scrap fabric and just have her start practicing, and she's going to love her sewing her projects again. Now, quick question, Heather, does your mom applique?
She does, and I actually have one of the applique kits. I like the Famore blue one. It's the black one with the purple scissors.
Okay.
That's my favorite one.
So really quick, the duckbill applique scissor, a lot of left-handed people would take a right-handed duckbill and turn it upside down to get it to cut. All right. So a right-handed duckbill applique scissor, the duckbill is on the right side.
Okay.
Okay. On a left-handed duckbill applique scissor, the duckbill is on the left side. But just by turning it upside down doesn't make it left or right because of the blade position. All right. So here we have a left-handed duckbill applique scissor. I'm going to try to use it with my right hand.
It just folds.
It just folds. But if I apply the pressure with my fingers, I can get it to cut. So putting it in your left hand, again, relaxing the hand.
Now, does the duckbill go on the top or the bottom?
You know, that is a good question, and that's for another visit when you come. We're running out of time today, but the next time you come in, and the true answer is, it's whatever is really most comfortable for you. But I will say that the duckbill part of the blade goes on the bottom, and the straight blade goes on top. Most educators that I talk to, that's how they do it. Now, I kind of do it sometimes opposite, where I'll put the straight blade on the bottom and the duckbill on top, but it's whatever's more comfortable for her.
Okay.
All right. So, Heather, have I answered your questions?
I think it's great, and
Yeah.
I'm excited to have some homework with my mom.
Cool.
Oh, thank you
And
so much.
for those of you that are watching, if you do have any other questions about your left-handed, right-handed scissors, or if you're having issues with them, don't hesitate to give us a call, email us. We're here to help, and watch these videos. And if you do find that you're having issues with your left-handed scissors, again, just take a really big, deep breath. Relax your hands. Don't put any pressure on those blades whatsoever, and it'll cut like a hot knife through butter. All of the Famore left-handed scissors come with a little piece of paper and with our card on the bottom that has the item number that you ordered, and we have personally inspected. So we inspect every single left-handed pair of scissors before we ship them to make sure that they're in left-handed shape.
That's right.
All right?
Thank you so much.
Hey, you're welcome. Thanks for coming in. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Go to famcut.com to learn more. Stay sharp.